WMC Action News 5 Weekend.
Developing overnight, incredible traffic backup near Lamar and I-240. Memphis police were on the scene for several hours after the crash. This is video from a TDOT camera. Officers tell us, thankfully, only one person was taken to the hospital, but it did shut down a portion of I-240 for a little while overnight. Most of the area is cleared by now, though, with traffic back to normal. We'll have updates for you on this crash when we get them. And take a look at that high-five camera, beautiful view of the Memphis skyline. Let's check in now with Tim Van Horn in the Action News 5 Storm Tracking Center. Look at today's wonderful forecast.
Yeah.
Justice for Jessica. We're just a few hours away from the teen's funeral, and still there are so few answers to her death. Investigators found the Panola County teen burned last Saturday likely after a party. Now, she died in the hospital later that night. There's still no arrests in this case, and today Jessica Chambers' father is begging for someone to come forward. WMC Action News 5's Jerry Askin has this update. And we'll continue to follow this story as friends and family gather today to say goodbye to Jessica. Her funeral is scheduled for 2 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't make the funeral, though, we'll have a live stream on our website, WMCActionNews5.com. Developing now, there are even fewer options for those looking to fly out of the Memphis International Airport. Officials said late Friday that Delta informed them that planes will be discontinued services to Indianapolis and Raleigh-Durham. The flights to Orlando will be scaled back to only Saturdays, and on top of all that, they plan to end nonstop flights to O'Hare. No word this morning on exactly when those flights will stop. And gas is less than $2 a gallon. It's a reality, at least in some parts of the Mid-South. Alex's full-service gas station in Tunica County has dropped its price to $1.99 a gallon. We found a lot of people lining up at that gas station, several cars deep. And they say it's going to get much lower as we get closer to the holiday season.
May not making a whole lot, but I'm making some and giving a lot of people a break that they need it.
Now, Alex tells us the price will probably drop even lower. Across the country, gas is selling for an average of $2.60 a gallon. Crude oil prices have dropped 45% since the summer, and there's no sign of it letting up, which is great news for us, as many countries are expanding oil production. And we're tracking the latest gas prices here across the Mid-South. Still above $2 here in Memphis, but you can check your neighborhood with our gas tracker page on WMCActionNews5.com and, of course, on the WMC Action News 5 app. Memphis, grab your growl towels. We'll be cheering on the Grizzlies this evening. The team is up against the 76ers tonight in Philadelphia. That game tips off at 6:30. You can look for a full update and coverage tonight on WMC Action News 5 at 10. And be sure to catch more WMC Action News 5 sports this weekend. This time it's high school. The Alabama-Mississippi All-Star Game is scheduled to air at noon today on WMC Action News 5. And up next on WMC Action News 5 Weekend, drenching rain, flooding, a rock slide, and now a tornado in California. We have new video this morning of the incredible storm. Well, you don't have to live in Memphis long to find some great spots to eat, and a new book highlights quite a few of them, along with helping the hungry at the Mid-South Food Bank. Here to talk more about Feeding Memphis is its author, Mike Glasgow. Welcome. Thanks for coming on the show. Let's start just first off, I looked through it a little bit. Tell us how this book came to be.
I wanted to do something to help the people underfed.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
My
we
pleasure.
Really appreciate it. You can find all of that information on our website at WMCActionNews5.com. We'll be right back. And here's a live look over the Mid-South. It's a beautiful start to your weekend. We're just hours away from the Tigers game at FedEx Forum tonight at 5. And we're tracking overnight news, weather, and sports in just